take that a step further, all the women, as attractive as they are, as much as they have to offer, the vast majority of them will not meet anybody. The vast majority of them will not. If 1% of the guys are ever going to get on the plane and go and meet them. So we need more of you guys to step up and find that special person who's out there waiting on the other side of this experience to be discovered for you.
I had a great time, and definitely tons of beautiful women showed up. Surprisingly impressed with the amount of attractive women there. All ages, young women, older women. I left a little early. I met a couple of nice ladies that spoke great English, and we hit it off and went out to eat and had a great time. And then I met another lady as well, and after we dropped off the other two lady, I called her up and we hung out at the park across the street. Just because there was just so many women, I was just it was a little overwhelming at first. But like I said, luckily I met someone right off the bat and had a good conversation and had a good time. They're definitely more open to going out and getting to know you. They're not asking the questions, right off the bat of, well, what do you do for work, or what kind of car you drive.
Right.
They're actually they want to get to know you first, which I thought was pretty neat. So good conversation. They're interested. They seem interested. Good conversation. They talk great. I was impressed.
I think she's too young. They're thinking I'm robbing cradle, but I don't care. As long as my kids, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna talk to my kids. As long as my kids are okay with it, I'm okay with it. I'm walking around with this beautiful younger woman. She doesn't see the people looking at us. She doesn't care. It's all about us. I figured it out really quickly. You go up and you get an interpreter. You start talking to the interpreter, and you say, "I want you to stay with me all night." It's kind of like your support group right there. And so then we just start out looking at them and looking at the girls, trying to, from a far distance, because once you get close, it's kind of awkward, and you walk up to a table and not stop. So we try to find the ones that I was looking for, and you just go up and you start talking to them, and then if they speak a little English, she just backed off, and I just got talk to them. And if I didn't, then she would get in on the conversation. And it's a social, you have dancing, and I like to dance, and so it's a very easy transition to conversation. You dance, you see if there's any energy between any nationality or any type of people. You're going to get all kinds. There's some women that are very aggressive, and some men are going to love that. They're going to come right after you and say, "Hey, I like you." Then you get the kinds that are going to walk in front of you and make eye contact, and they're going to keep going, saying, "Hey, I'm here if you want." And then you're going to get the quiet ones in the background. I went and talked to a very quiet one. I said, "You want to dance?" Maybe later. So I'll come back later. I said, "You want to dance?" And she goes, "No, but how about back here in the corner, you and I will just dance by ourselves?" So we did that. It doesn't work for me, but for somebody else, I might. They're all kinds. Some aggressive, some just meek. Depending on what you're looking for. It's like I've been divorced for 10 years, and I've built walls around me, my heart. I really have, and I've dated women back home, and they go, "Let me in, let's do something," and I can't. They never came down, and I went out on dates with beautiful women, and it was a wonderful time. But this woman, within 10 minutes, those walls disappeared. Like, oh my gosh, I can find myself just giving my heart and saying, "I know you're not going to hurt it, but please don't." It's a very scary thing.
Interested? Learn more at... If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.